Thanks, Aaron. By the way, Midnight Bee Supply, not because they're here, but they are top-notch people. I highly recommend if you have questions, Aaron and Calvin know what they're talking about. They really do. We are not beekeepers, we're bee havers. I've tried keeping bees. I've got 3 hives. 2 of them have bees in them. Next spring, 3 will have bees in them, and probably this time next year, 2 or maybe 1 will still have bees. I'm not a beekeeper. So if I have questions, I call Aaron and I say, what's going on. Anyway, we import from a nail in Athens, Greece, plastic hives. And they're a little bit different than some. They're insulated just like your ice cooler or your refrigerator. Hard plastic, you can pass that around if you like. Our value is 7, so the bees in the wintertime keep it warm. In the summertime, they're able to keep it cool. We have dealers in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and we have dealers in Ketchikan, Alaska. So between those 2, we pretty much run the gamut of temperatures. And these hives hold up real well. They only come 10 frame, and they latch together. So when you put everything on it and keep on stacking, you don't have to worry about a wind blowing it over, or I hate to see a bear knocking it over, because we ran an ad that's almost bear proof. We had a bear get after one time. They're pretty stable. They're very good products. A lot of options: feeders, inner feeders, top feeders, front feeders, pollen collectors. On the lid of every Anel hive, there's an RFID tag. And if you go to anel.com and download their app, it's free. If you have a hive, Anel hive, take your phone and put it on top of it. That lid has its own individual number. If you have 100 hives, you got 100 different numbers. So when you go to that one hive, put it down on your phone, then you dictate. We changed the queen in March. We fed them in April. We treated them, whatever. Next year or next month or next week, you go back, touch the same one, that information is there. So you know what happened to the hive. If it's thriving, you'll go, wow, this one we fed so-and-so. Or it's not doing well, you go, we didn't feed it until August or whatever. It gives you a lot of information, and especially with multiple hives. If you don't have Anel hives, you can buy the RFID tag from Calvin and Aaron, and it just sticks on to the wooden box. And speaking of wooden boxes, if you have Anel hives and you don't have enough room when you're adding supers, your wooden box will fit on there too. You can buy the clasp from Midnight, and now you can just stack it as high as you want to go. It'll stay on without the clasp, but the clasp just makes it an integral part of it. What have I missed?
We got these entrances as well. This is our hybrid entrances. We just started. This is our new entrances. So basically, you can just have them closed off, or you can have them open. You just flip them down. We also just have the single ones that you can just flip. You can either have it open, or you can have it closed.
They make one of the best frame figures in the market. It's got grooves for the bees, but it also has floats. So there's 2 in there. They'll come out. So these floats, when you put the syrup in, they are so close to the edge, the bees can't fall in. So probably the most drown-free feeder you'll find, and there again, Midnight sells these. But I can tell you that this is something that we probably sell more of than anything. We sell cases and cases and cases of these things, because people that try them find out they really work well. Now this is a deep. They don't make a medium in this particular model. They make a medium without floats. It works pretty good, but this one is the best they offer.
So with either of those hives, are the interest reducers interchangeable?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's no difference in the price. It comes with the hive, but this one, that's opened, that's closed. So you simply flip it around. It's pretty easy. Or you can take it off and leave it wide open. We're working on a robbing screen. Don't have it yet. but my grandson was in Athens working with a nail 2 weeks ago, and it's in the process. They have a 3D printer they use to do testing, and that's what they're doing with that now. But you know, it's a really good product.
How do you do oxalic acid with the bottom?
If you are careful, you can do it. But let me tell you a better deal.
Because I got the bottom, and I'm wondering how I'm going to do that.
You can melt it. You really
Yeah.
can. The people that make Apigard also is coming out with a product called Baroxan, and it's basically an oxalic acid strip that you put in your hive. You put 3 strips on the brood box. You can stay on for 56 days and stay on honey, not honey, doesn't matter, no temperature, doesn't matter what temperature it is. Treat it twice a year, it'll take care of your problem. You don't, yeah, and it's not available yet. We have it ordered, but they're telling us we'll get it somewhere around the 2nd week of August. So it's brand new, but it's going to be a big deal. And I've got some information if you want to look at it. I don't want you to take it if you don't mind, because I've got people to look at it. But not on this.
I'd like to just take a picture of it.
Yeah.
I think that's the one that will be in the shop tomorrow.
Okay.
What's
Thank you.
Oh, the Barox.
Yeah, Barox, it's big, Barox, S-A-N, Baroxan. And maybe some of it wrong. They told us, according to the test, the efficiency is 96.6%. It's pretty good. Unless they haven't been somebody that's done vaporizers. I've breathed that stuff and it's just nasty. I really don't like it. If you wear a respirator, most people don't, but I recommend you do. That's pretty much what we have for the hives. Does anybody have any questions before we go on to